Good morning, YouTube. Hope everyone's having a fine day this wonderful Sunday morning. Hello from Quebec City, Quebec. Bière et frites. Yeah, I don't know. That's my French right there. So we loaded this up. I loaded this up in Halifax. I brought a used shovel from another excavator, a track one, down to a very remote area, to say the least, in Nova Scotia. And then this is the backhaul to get me home. Come on. Brand new piece going to the dealership out here in Quebec. Right? This is how it's done, people. Gotta have rubber. You don't want contact. More rubber, right? There's more rubber right there too. There's nothing touching. Everything stays crispy clean. You know? So I got here yesterday. Oversized can't move in Quebec on Sundays. In case you're wondering, I did not touch that. It was like that already when I got here. But yeah, as I was saying, just notice that these strobe lights are on. So yeah, I got here yesterday. I'm sitting here getting a reset in. Even if oversized could move, I'd still be screwed for hours. It's been a long week, come on. But got here yesterday about 5 o'clock. Peterbilt coffee cup from my Peterbilt days, come on. And ended up looking around like, what can I do? I'm shutting down here, right? What are my options here? So I ended up finding a sports bar about a half-hour walk from here. So I ended up going there. But I got out there too early. So the whole point is I wanted to catch the McGregor main event and Max Holloway. So I get there and everybody was super friendly. I haven't always had any really good experiences in Quebec in the past, but I think that's mainly my fault for having a less than positive attitude, let's say, when I've come out here. So the last couple times I've been out here, I've really made a concerted effort to just have a better attitude about being in a place where I feel foreign, let's say. Because nothing here is made easy to understand if you're Anglophone, let's say, that you only speak English or another language. Everything's only in French. There's no, when you go into Ontario, there's French and English signs. A lot of provinces throughout the country will have French and English signs, but here it's all just French. And like, as any city, it's difficult to navigate when you're new and unfamiliar with the landscape there. But anyhow, I ended up going and hanging out at that pub for a bit. But I was just too tired, man. You guys know how it is when you're trucking. Now you're trucking, doing the long haul. So before the main event, before the main card even started, I was like, I need to go back to the truck. So I ended up walking back. Like I said, it was about a half-hour walk. And then I'm chilling today. I'm looking at there's a lot of nice parks and rivers. Quebec is actually one of the more beautiful provinces in this country. It's honestly, this whole country is beautiful. The only part that's like kind of boring, let's say, like there's just not much to see, is from basically central Alberta to eastern Manitoba. It's just plain. There ain't much to see. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's ugly. It's the plains, right? But once you get to eastern Manitoba, once you start getting closer to Ontario, you start getting to the boreal forest, and everything starts to change, and start seeing moose. I've seen more moose this year than I've ever seen in my life, traveling that corridor. And the further east you go, you know, you get through Ontario, which is absolutely beautiful. It's where I call home now. I'm from Alberta originally, a Calgary boy, come on. But Ontario is where I call home now, and I love it. It's my favorite province. I always have. Lots of fishing, lots of good place to fish. The weather's better in the southern portion where I live. You know, we got very mild winters. You know, we get dumped on from time to time, but you know, it's pretty mild, you know, and the summers are hot and humid. We're right by the Great Lakes. We have so many beaches, and everything was within an hour drive away, you know, which is not bad. Even if I, you know, gets dragged into something that's in the city like Toronto, I could get there within an hour and a bit. I just don't like being there if I don't have to be. You dig? It's less than ideal. The city is anyways. So further east you head, you come into Quebec, St. Lawrence River, all that. Quebec is really, really stunning. You get further east, closer into New Brunswick, now you get into like the northern Appalachian trails. Like there are small mountains, and a lot of people don't know this. A lot of Canadians don't even know this. A lot of Canadians don't even realize that there's mountains on this side. And I'll be the first to tell you that I thought that growing up in Alberta. I thought that the Rocky Mountains were the only mountains that we had in this country, and I was wrong. You know, it gets really, really, really pretty once you start heading east into New Brunswick. Nova Scotia is very, very pretty. You go down into Cape Breton, and you cross the bridge there. It's all stunning, lots of ships. And then you go to North Sydney, and that's where you get on the boat. And then you cross on the ferry. As I did last year, I took a massive tank to somewhere in Newfoundland. And I had a time, let's just say. It was the best kind. So, you know, and it's just, this whole country is just so beautiful, and I'm feeling very grateful with life that I get to live this experience. You know, get to see all these parts of this country, this beautiful country, hauling cool stuff. You know, it's a little bit tough being apart from the family, but I gotta admit, I know it's not for everybody. But for me, it's my father did it. My father still drives. So it's what's normal to me. It's always felt like what I was supposed to be doing. And that's why it's come to work out for me the way it has. So once I get this delivered, I will be going back home. I should make it back home by Tuesday. And then I have the rest of the week off because it's my birthday week, and my birthday's on Friday. So my beautiful, amazing wife has this incredible week planned out for me. She, it sounds to me like I'm going to be catching up on sleep when I'm back to work with all the shit she has planned for us. We're going to be going to Great Wolf Lodge on Wednesday. So Tuesday is my youngest son's birthday. So I get back Tuesday. We'll have my son's birthday. And Wednesday, we head up down to Great Wolf Lodge, which is in Niagara, and come back home Thursday. Friday, we're going to a neighboring city that's about an hour drive from where we live for some outdoor concert. Then we're coming back. One of my best friends booked us a round of golf for the boys, come out, for 7:30 Saturday morning. And then at 3 p.m. on Saturday still, we have a scheduled fishing charter. So we're gonna go catch some walleye, fill the freezer with some meat, some fish meat. Come on. And then Sunday, another round of golf, and Monday I'm back at her again. So you guys tell me, when will I catch up on sleep? When will I feel well rested again? Who knows? It's anybody's guess. But feeling grateful nonetheless. I'm gonna make a point to not use my phone at all if I don't need to. It's a much needed time off, much needed break at a beautiful time, and I'm just gonna enjoy the company of my wife and kids. It's been a busy year. I have not seen a lot of home this year, and I'm not complaining, but it's one of the things that puts everything into perspective when, it's so easy to get caught up and lost in the day-to-day that oftentimes we overlook the true meaningful things of life. And I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to not do that. I'm trying to take everything as it is, as it comes, and just make the best of everything while still feeling a great deal of gratitude for all the opportunities that I've been blessed with, for all the things that I've been blessed with: an amazing wife, an amazing family, an amazing job. I get to do what I love, and we're not even there yet, guys. Like, as you've seen, I just keep moving up, and there's still room to grow. There's still more to do. And, a lot of the time off that I've taken, off of YouTube specifically, is, to master this shit, to master this craft. And have full intention to share with everybody, because that's what made me want to do this. The other creators that do this kind of work that I've watched, like one specific guy, if you know of him, his name is GR Truckin'. He's a Mexican dude. I think drives out of Texas, and I was following him since before I got my license. And I'd watch, shout out GR Truckin', my man, you're the man. And I watched him build his truck to what it is right now. I watched him move up and get new, and it's just one of the things it's like I never met the guy, and his content is simple. I like to talk, so I talk. He talks a bit, but he just works, and he just sets up his camera, at least in the earlier videos, but even now, just sets up his camera, gets rollers and shit like that. But in his long form content, he would just set up his camera and, bust open his trailer. I'm like trying to pick up, like, what kind of trailer is that, and he's doing RGN work, right? So finally, when it came time for me to, that I'm in this position now that I can start training to do this, I never ever approached it like, oh, I know what I'm doing, I know, but to grasp, because all trailers are different, but the whole idea is the same. The process might be a little different, the button switches and levers might be a little different, but at the end of the day, trailers break apart relatively similarly. And anyhow, when it came time for me to do it, I just like, it snapped, because because of the videos I had watched. So long story long, because like I said, I like to gab. That's why I do this. You know, I haven't really shown myself in the process of doing the work. Like, you know, I need equipment, guys, because I got to be honest. All the videos I shoot, 100% of them are like shot, edited, and everything on my iPhone. I don't have like good equipment. I don't have microphones. I don't have any kind of stuff like that. I used to have like a chest rig. I still have it, but I used to use a chest rig to get some like action shots of like POV shots and stuff like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Should I do something like that? And like, do you guys want to see me breaking apart trailers? You know, adding pin on. Like, this is a pin on axle. So this is a 48-foot tandem float double drop. Right, so it does break apart, but it's a mechanical. It's not a PTO or pup motor hydraulic powered RGN. It's just a double drop. And then, like I said, it's a tandem axle. So this actually can flip up, right? So, and there's like lots of cool shit like that. And you know, there's other multi-axle stuff. There's lots of stuff. So I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see some of that stuff. Maybe I'll go dig out the chest rig and get some POV shots of me doing some, you know, loading up some of those loads, or putting together some of these trailers or breaking them down. And we do it all with this the kind of freight we haul. We tarp stuff too. Like, I know when I got into trucking, I wanted to do open deck stuff that didn't require tarps, and I got my wish. And then to move up, you know, sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's not as bad as some people's. You know, I mean, you make it what it is. If just like how when I used to come to Quebec, I used to have a bad attitude. I'd have bad experiences time and time again just because my mind wasn't right. So I started being like, and this is just recent, like the last 2 or 3 times I've come through here, I've had the best experiences with shippers and receivers because I didn't approach it in a negative way. I'd always come here already pissed off because I knew no one speaks French. Or sorry, I knew that no one will speak English. Even if they do know how to, they just expect you to speak French. And I'm like, I kind of got bitter. I'm like, you know, what the heck? Like, I don't listen to my voice. There's no French here, you know? So you know, that's my entitlement, right? So now I just came through with the last few times I've come through here, I've come through with a more humble demeanor, more humble attitude, and you'd be surprised how much cracking a smile to people makes a difference, man. You know, if you have a pissed off look on your face, well, you're not really friendly looking or approachable looking, you know, so people are gonna try to avoid you, won't look at you, whatever. But everywhere I go when I'm walking, I'm smiling. You know, I see people, I wave at them. You know, some of the places I walk don't have sidewalks, so I'm walking on the road facing traffic. That way when they come to me, I step off the road. Oftentimes, they'll create some space, so I'll give them a smile and a wave. You know, it's just simple stuff like that. And it's made the experience here in Quebec really nice. It helps a lot, too, that the weather is absolutely gorgeous here. So, you know, I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for some time off with the family. Come out. Excited to move some cool shit. And I'm not going to say that I'm ending the video here. But I'll see what I come into today. I'm gonna go. I found in my GPS that I'm close to some rivers. I don't know if you guys really want to see that shit. So maybe, I don't know. maybe we'll just cut the video here. Leave other entries trucking related. Keep it to trucking on the channel, right? So yeah, anyways, I hope you all have a happy Sunday, and if you're willing, I'd really appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I really want to start getting some traction on the channel. I know it's going to require me posting. I already said I'm going to post every day, and I already failed at that. It's just, it's hard to do it all. So I'm trying my best, but yeah, again, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what kind of stuff y'all want to see, and I'll do my best to make it happen.